Hello. So I just wanted to come on here and give you an update about how I've been doing, what I've been doing, and what I'm going to be doing moving forward. And I'm not going to speak too much for Chris or speak for Chris at all in this video because I know he wants to make a video on his own channel. And this is just like a very complex time emotionally and mentally that I don't want to speak for him. So I'll just be speaking for myself. So the day that I'm filming this, it's been about 10 days since the fire happened. So after the fire, we went to my parents' house for about 3 or 4 days while we're looking for rentals. But then Paige Wassel, who is a YouTuber and my friend, she reached out and connected me with her friend Christiana and Christiana's partner Tom, because they were going to go on vacation for about 3 or 4 weeks. So their house was going to be empty. So we are at Christiana and Tom's house right now, and we are so grateful and appreciative that they let us stay here because, well, for one, it's extremely cozy and it kind of reminds me of our old house. Like the lighting is beautiful. It's an older home, so it has a lot of character, and there's a lot of plants around it, and it feels like our home. Being here also makes finding a rental a lot easier because we still want to stay in Los Angeles and stay in the area. So yeah, this way we're able to go to viewings or go to showings and see apartments that we're applying to instead of just applying to them online without being able to actually see them in person. So yeah, that's where we are right now, and that's what's been going on for the past few days, is mostly just looking for rentals. So I just want to talk about how I'm feeling, just give you an update about like where I am mentally, I suppose. I guess I just want to start with like, I've been feeling weird and I don't really know how to describe it. I think that losing everything that you have, like all of your belongings, is a very complex feeling, and it's difficult for me to wrap my head around it because there's never been a time in my life where I've kind of had like none of my clothes, none of my things, none of my keepsakes or my sentimental possessions, and I randomly think about things that I lost that I can't really replace. So for example, there's this sweater that I've had for like 12 years that I got from my mom's grandpa, and he's not actually her grandpa, but she calls him her grandpa. And he passed away a while ago, and I had his sweater, and that was my favorite sweater. And another example is my mom had a jewelry box that she's had for like 35 years, and I had that on my bookshelf, and that's gone now. And there's so many special ceramics and other one-of-a-kind things that I lost that I just randomly remember, and then I get sad because I can't replace those things. And I know that people, they say that, those are just things, you can get them back. All that matters are like our lives, which it is, like that is what really matters. And I'm so grateful for that because like if we lost Theo or Winnie or something, like I honestly don't know how I would feel. Like I would just be so broken. So I'm obviously like extremely grateful that we're all okay. But I do still feel sad about my things because a lot of those things they genuinely just can't be replaced. And I know not everyone believes this, but I feel like this is true. I think that the things that you keep and that you've collected, whether it's your clothes or your art or your belongings, like anything that you have that you've curated and that you've kept over time, I think that those are like physical manifestations of your personality. They're like an extension of who you are that is brought into the real world. So that's how I feel, and I do feel really sad that we lost like everything. And I mean, you guys know like the way that I talk about things that we have, I really cared for them and they're really special to me, especially my plants. I think out of everything, I'm most sad about my plants. Like those are plants that I've cared for like 5-6 years now, and some of them have a lot of sentimental value. So for example, there's an orchid that my mom got me when we moved into our first apartment, and she bought it for me, and I just sent her a picture of it blooming like 3 weeks ago. And I was like, Mom, look, the orchid that you got me is blooming. And I sent her a picture, and now that's gone. And like my Welwitschia mirabilis that I had, just so many of the plants I have attached sentimental value into them, and they are now gone. And it just kind of makes me feel really down. I'm someone that doesn't really like new things. I like older things that have history to them. So I've always been kind of excited to get older and to be like that person who can say, I've had this plant for 30 years. And yeah, this is what it's turned into. It has all this cool character to it and interesting growth that's happened over the years. So I've just like always been excited for that. And now it feels like I have to start from zero again because, if I get new plants, then I've only had them I just got them, so they don't have like the value to me of the plants that I've had for like 6 or 7 years. So yeah, also like plants are things that I've cared for, that I've grown and made beautiful. And I just think about like the ficus that I've worked on for years and my staghorn ferns and also my shrimp too. I feel so bad for my shrimp. I just like the way that they may have died in the fire, and also some of my fish. I don't know, I get too sad when I like think about things, and I also think about like what I could have done differently. I should have brought as many things as I could. I should have brought the fish. I should have brought some plants. But I genuinely thought that we were just going to go back the next morning and everything would be fine, because that's what's happened to me in the past. So I kind of get down this spiral of thinking, oh, what I should have done. Why didn't I do this? But then I have to stop myself because there's no way I would have known. It already happened. There's nothing I can do to change it now. So I've been like battling that thought process. So I guess this is just advice for any of you who live in an area with natural disasters, whether it be hurricanes, tornadoes, fires, earthquakes. Well, you can't really prepare that much for an earthquake, but you get what I mean. If you get a warning to evacuate, seriously pack like it is the last time that you will be in that house. I feel like I didn't pack that much because, one, I felt like if I packed a bunch of things, then it almost makes the fire come true. I mean, I don't know, that kind of doesn't make sense, but in my head I was like, oh, if I pack a bunch of stuff, I'm manifesting the fire to happen, which is honestly kind of a stupid thought process. I realize that now. But yeah, if you get a warning to evacuate your home, pack as much as you can safely. Like if you can pack things safely and you have time, bring as many valuables that you genuinely can't replace with you, because I know I wish I had. And also my interior furniture and like my art, and also all my plants, like those are my passions in life. Like those are the things that I spend my most time on, that I care about a lot. I find that I am not really sure like what to do during my day-to-day. I spent so much time working on the home and taking care of my plants, whether it's like out in the garden or inside watering things, repotting, cutting, whatever. I spent so much time doing that nowadays, lately, I've just been like, what do I do? That's where I spend all of my free time. That's how I enjoy myself. And now I've just like kind of had this weird feeling like, well, what do I do now that I don't have any of the things that brought me so much joy? So I'm just really eager, I think, to find a long-term place, like a place to call home for a while, so I can get back to doing the things that I really love. Oh, also, Chris and I went to ice skating classes just a few days ago, because we signed up for ice skating classes about 2 months ago, and we were thinking, should we cancel? Should we just not go to the class? But we decided to go because I think it would be nice to like have a sense of normalcy again, have a little bit of a routine. Because we weren't going to go just because we were feeling weird and like it didn't feel right to go ice skating, but we just decided to go and we had a great time. I'm horrible at ice skating. Chris is a lot better than I am, but I actually got a little bit better. I can actually move without holding onto the rail for about 30 seconds. So I'm getting a bit better. And we made some friends at ice skating too, like the people that are in our class. It's an adult class, so yeah, a lot of people our age. And then there's also like these two 10-year-old girls, I think. I can't tell the age of kids anymore. I think they're like 10. They saw me struggling on the ice and they were like, do you need help? I can be your teacher. And they were kind of like teaching me how to ice skate. So I thought that was really sweet and just really brightened my day. So what are we doing right now? So we're applying to a lot of rentals. Mostly they're just like new build apartments. You know, typically I'd want a place with more character, something that's unique, but that's just not going to happen right now because the rental market's crazy. We're in a bit of a time crunch to find housing. So yeah, we're just trying to find something that has decent light, has, you know, in a decent location and has good amenities. Those are pretty much our criteria. And originally we wanted to find a 2-bedroom, but those have been taken so quickly and they're also really expensive. So 1-bedroom will be just fine for us because we don't need that much space. Also, I know that a lot of families were displaced and so they need the 2-bedroom. So I also don't really want to compete with them for 2 bedrooms because we don't really need a 2-bedroom, but they need a 2-bedroom. So yeah, I think we're looking for 1-bedrooms right now. And we would just be really happy to find a place to call home for a bit and establish a sense of routine and normalcy again. And I guess that kind of leads me to talk about the future of this channel. After I posted the video of the fire, I was kind of thinking I would just take a break from YouTube for a bit, just because it felt weird getting in front of the camera. And I was also like, I don't even know what I would talk about at this point because like my entire channel pretty much revolved around my plants and the interior stuff. But now that I think about it more, I think I am gonna still be making videos every once in a while, probably not every week. I mean, I wasn't even making a video every week before, even though that was my goal. I don't know how much like routine I'll have in this or how consistent I'll be, but I'll be back every once in a while to keep you guys updated. I mean, I don't know what I'll talk about exactly, maybe apartment updates, little things that we add to the apartment. I thought that would be kind of nice because I'm assuming a lot of you who view this channel, maybe you live in a more cookie cutter style modern apartment or contemporary apartment, and perhaps like my decorating could give you some tips about how you could also decorate too. Probably do some sit down videos or just some vlogs just about, you know, what we're up to. And then also travel vlogs. I might be going to Vietnam with my dad this year again, so definitely want to make a video of that. Making videos and plants and interior stuff. Those are the 3 very consistent things in my life and things that make me feel like normal. So I'm gonna still be making videos because this feels like kind of comfortable for me, if that makes sense. Like filming, editing, posting. It's nice to have that normalcy. So yeah, I'll still be here. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. Hopefully the next time I make a video, you'll see us in our new apartment. Also, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of your kind words in like either in my DMs or in the comments of the last YouTube video, because those really mean so much to me. And seeing like how you all like believe in me to keep going and continue, and how you hope that I'm able to continue and kind of not get over it, but overcome this just like literally a disaster. It means a lot to me because sometimes I don't believe those things about myself, but then, you know, seeing all these things that people say about me and like how you believe in me, it makes me feel like, okay, if you believe in me, I should believe in myself too. And also thank you so much for the donations to our GoFundMe, and then also my neighborhood GoFundMe. They are like blown away by the contributions to the GoFundMe. So yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you hopefully in our new apartment. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, also, sorry again, but also Theo and Winnie, they are totally fine. I was kind of concerned for them, like, oh, would they be sad that they don't have the old house again? But As long as they have each other and as long as they have us, I don't think they care where they are. Okay, bye for real now.